Alright, it is the 17th of June in central Ohio. It's been crazy weather. When isn't it? But I wanted to show you all my garden. 95% everything in here is from seeds I started or plants I got from friends. Equate for about 5% of it. This part's doing pretty well. It has been crazy wet down here. My peas, they're doing just absolutely wonderful. This is the weather for them. It is about 8.5 foot tall right there, and the peas have gone all the way up, and these boxes are barely even full. Like if you look down here, it's that far till I hit the ground, so they're about 6 inches above the ground. We had 4 days last week that were in the 40s, and one day that hit 39, and it really kind of stressed the plants out some. Not the peas, they didn't mind at all. But look at this big old thing. That is a big snap pea. So you got the straw bales. You can do multiple things in them. My garden Zebo is doing pretty good. This was the last thing I planted. It took forever, over a month, to get these bales heated up to where I could plant them this year. But they're coming around, and with the temperatures, I mean, really, they're doing pretty darn good. I've got some nice tomatoes coming on. I got cabbage in there. I've got broccoli in there. I got cucumbers. And we'll go back up here. Yeah, look at these. This is like a cold weather tomato. I can't even pronounce it. It's a German tomato. First year I've done it, but their production's been amazing. We had a lot of flowers drop off some of the other plants. Look at some of those. Wonderful. My biggest problem in the garden this year has been these guys. Say hi to Mr. Groundhog. He's not very happy. Grapes, man. That's how I caught them. They took out so many sunflowers over here. I mean, it was just a munch fest. That's the 4th one I've caught. We went on vacation for a week, came home, and groundhogs had just got into the barn and invaded. But that's gardening. But luckily I planted enough. So you can see all my rows down through here. And then I have my pepper garden over here. In all the bales this year, I did 1 pepper, 1 tomato, with these green beans I got going down in through here. All this is where old bales had been, and I used all that compost. They just loved it. And then this year, and it turns out it works great, I planted those 1 week ago. Beans, bean. Just shove them right underneath your bale. Bush beans. Doing great. We've got all kinds of potted flowers out here. But here's my peppers. And I mean, it's been weird cold here, so these guys have been handling it pretty well. You see, there's one that I transplanted in one of the local nurseries, just clearanced out all their stuff. And I got a few banana peppers, but you can tell the difference between what's been in the ground and what have been sitting in a planter for a while. Those should, you know, in a few weeks perk up. But everything else is stuff that either I planted or came up by itself. The tomatoes back here are all volunteer. I kept a couple, but I mean, look at these pepper plants. They're doing pretty good. Again, they got nipped by the cold. I mean, it just way too cold for them. So we got a few little issues right there. That's some type of burn or cold issue. But it happens. So, look how pretty those are. Dahlias. Or not dahlias, gosh. Those are Gerber daisies. Dahlias are over here. Aren't those pretty? Oh, look at that cucumber beetle. Gotta get that guy. I just find him and I squish him. Right like that. Gone. Those suckers will eat stuff up. And with all the wet and the cold, there's going to be pest problems. So you just got to keep on it. There's really not much you can do when it's going to keep on raining. Just keep watching and kill them when you see them. Have a good one, y'all.